East Alabama seems to have been spared the worst from Hurricane Helene.
Most area students stayed home today or went to class a couple of hours later than usual, and several community events are back on track for this weekend.
The strong storms have exited East Alabama. Now we're getting set for some much calmer weather. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama coming up.
It's Friday, and that can only mean one thing: high school football. We'll let you know all the matchups here in East Alabama. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
As forecast, Hurricane Helene made landfall Thursday evening in the Big Bend area of Florida, bringing high winds and huge amounts of rainfall. Once it headed north, the storm took a slight turn toward central Georgia and spared East Alabama many of the problems that had been anticipated. There were no reports of any major flooding or wind damage in the area through this morning, and the remnants of the storm have already moved into the Carolinas and Tennessee, leaving thousands of people without power, primarily in Florida and Georgia.
To be on the safe side, most after-school activities across East Alabama were canceled Thursday night, and school schedules were modified today. Most high school football games and other activities will take place this evening now that much of the bad weather has passed.
Although no major damage reports have come from Alabama, some property owners may have lost some trees or had buildings damaged by the storm. The North Alabama chapter of the Better Business Bureau is warning the public to be wary of storm chasers. Those are contractors who move into an area after a disaster and sometimes take advantage of those who've already been victimized. Although not all storm chasers are scammers, some may lack the proper licensing, offer quick fixes, or they may make big promises that they don't keep. The BBB recommends homeowners always contact their insurance company before agreeing to any repair jobs and get everything in writing. It also advises people to resist high-pressure sales tactics and to be especially careful of door-to-door contractors.
When we return, area children are invited to a big fishing event this weekend.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The city of Jacksonville and its police department will hold a special youth fishing event Saturday morning in front of the police station. Kids 15 and under are invited to the event at 911 Public Safety Drive from 9 until 11 Saturday morning. The event is being sponsored by Jacksonville Police and the Alabama Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries Department. Children will be given a free fishing pole while supplies last. The morning will also feature free hot dogs, chips and drinks, door prizes, and one free lifetime fishing license from the Alabama Conservation Enforcement Officers Association for a participating child. The public safety complex is behind Walmart in Jacksonville.
And when we come back, several other weekend activities are planned, come rain or shine.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
While local officials have been keeping a close watch on the weather this week, several activities will still continue as planned. The first is Anniston's Downtown After Dark Outdoor Music Series. This event's guest stars are the FM Revival, and music begins tonight at 7 in Anniston's Noble Street Park. Local restaurants and bars in the city's entertainment district will be open to provide refreshments for those who attend the concert.
Saturday morning, the Anniston Changers will be doing their monthly cleanup project. This time, the crew will be working on West 15th Street and Noble Street. Work begins Saturday morning at 8 and Noble Street Park and continues until 11. The group plans to get downtown ready for fall by switching out planters, cleaning up litter, and making the streets of Anniston shine. Volunteers are asked to bring gloves and tools.
The Jacksonville Farmers Market will take place Saturday morning from 7 until noon, come rain or shine. The public is invited to come to the market at 911 Public Safety Drive, where they will find fresh produce, local goodies, and handcrafted items. City officials say Saturday morning may be a little more windy than usual, and shoppers are asked to use caution while they're browsing.
And we certainly want them to do that, but man, this is the time when the farmers market is so fun to go to. It's like just a little bit more crisp in the air, and hopefully it'll stay that way.
Well, let's ask John Holder, who's standing by in the Weather Center right now. How crisp will it be, John?
Mike and Katie, some cooler weather coming to East Alabama, especially in the morning hours. We'll detail the forecast for all of East Alabama for the weekend and beyond next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Some sunshine this afternoon across East Alabama. That allowed temperatures to rise back into the mid-70s. Still below the average for this time of year. A high today at 76 after a morning low of 65. Again, with mostly cloudy skies, the temperatures just not responding very much during the day today. 97 for the high, the record high temperature, 42 for the record low. Sun rising tomorrow morning on your Saturday at 6:35, and the sun setting tonight once again at 6:34. Here's your Friday night weather on your street. Going to take you out to Hopeful Road in Munford. You see that wind right there? Yeah, it's going to be breezy out there. What we've experienced today is going to continue till tonight. The wind advisory up until 10 o'clock tonight. We're going to see winds again 20 to 25 miles per hour at times out there if you're heading out to the high school football games. After midnight tonight, temperatures dropping very significantly. We'll drop down to 61 for the low overnight tonight. Actually below average down in Munford and all across East Alabama. As we tomorrow, we're going to have some wraparound moisture of what is left of Helene. That's going to give us a few showers, particularly tomorrow afternoon on Caffey Drive in Oxford. High temperature tomorrow at 75, so a mix of clouds and sunshine and a little bit of rainfall. Chance of rain tomorrow about 40%. As we look ahead to next week, much better weather, calmer weather, no hurricanes to talk about, sunny and mild all week long. High temperatures mainly in the low 80s on Taylor Road in Glencoe and all across East Alabama. Some fantastic weather for the first week of October. Here's that 7-day forecast, and you're going to love this forecast coming up after an iffy day tomorrow with a few clouds and sun and maybe a few more breeze conditions coming up across East Alabama. We're going to see temperatures rising back into the 80s by Sunday, low 80s by Monday and Tuesday of next week. No chance of rain in the forecast. Very, very pleasant weather all week long next week. High temperatures will be in the low 80s. No chance of rain. Plenty of sunshine. Nighttime lows in the low 60s, maybe some upper 50s by Thursday and Friday of next week. Beautiful weather coming up to kick off the month of October. Let's look at the rainfall totals, and no surprise, you can tell going east to west across the state of Alabama. This is for the 24-hour period that ended at 7 o'clock this morning. So this was from 7 o'clock Thursday to 7 o'clock on Friday. Look right here on the Georgia border, 3 to 5 inches of rainfall common along the Chattahoochee Valley corridor right there, all the way back up into even northeast Alabama. Then you come a little bit further east, Calhoun County, places like that, about 2 to 3 inches of rainfall possible, or we should say we had there. And then we're going to see that we had rainfall totals really dropping off drastically. The western half of the state basically did not get a drop of rain from this. Of course, obviously, the closer you get to Georgia, the more rainfall we had. Pretty interesting to see the drastic contrast here between the heavy rains, 5 inches along the Georgia line, and nothing along the Mississippi border because of Hurricane Helene. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. with your Saturday at a glance. And, of course, I'll be here throughout the weekend, Sunday and Monday, with your breakfast forecast. Coming up next in sports, we've got more high school football to talk about, and we've got Jordan Smith here to talk all about it next.
Thanks, John. The 17th annual Tara Ross Memorial Tournament is set to begin tomorrow at Choccolocco Park. The tournament is named after former Jax State softball player Tara Ross, who is a 3-time letter winner that was tragically killed in an automobile accident just before her senior season. 14 teams will be coming to town to play in 16 games, with 11 of those teams being in the state of Alabama. Let's take a look here at the schedule, beginning tomorrow with Jacksonville State taking the field at 10 a.m. on Field 1 against Northwest Shoals. Gadsden State and Wallace State also getting in action at 10 a.m. In Field 3, West Georgia is going to play Snead State. Talladega College is going to play Southern Union on Field 4. And Field 5 is Faulkner University and Calhoun Community College. All of those tomorrow at 10. Looking at the next set of games, Jax State will finish off with Bishop State at 11:45 on Field 1. Talladega was going to take on Northwest Shoals at 11:45. Faulkner University and Snead State go at it on Field 3. Field 4, Southern Union and Georgia State at 11:45. And then in Field 5, West Georgia will take on Wallace State. And then the final set of games on Field 1, Faulkner University will play Gadsden State at 1:30. Bishop State on Field 2 will take on Snead State. The other Gadsden State team, I should say, on Field 3 against Northeast Mississippi. Calhoun on Field 4 against Georgia State. Northwest Shoals will take on Southern Union on Field 5. And then the last game of the night will begin at 3:15 tomorrow afternoon on Field 1 with Bishop State taking on Northeast Mississippi. Tonight is the 5th week of the high school football season here in Alabama, and it should be an interesting night after the rain we've had the last 2 days. Let's take a look at some of the games that are going to happen in East Alabama tonight. Alexandria travels to Sardis for only the 3rd time between that matchup tonight. Anniston travels to Birmingham to take on Pleasant Grove in a big matchup in Class 4A. Central Clay takes on Scottsboro tonight. Cherokee County will travel to Shades Valley. Cleburne County comes into Welborn tonight on the Hill in a 4A versus 3A matchup. Big game in Class 3A and 2A down at Coosa Christian tonight as the Fife Red Devils, who are the number 3 team in Class 3A, comes into the number 5 team in Class 2A. The Coosa Christian Conquerors tonight should be a really good matchup there. Ohatchee at Donahoe tonight. The Hokes Bluff Eagles look to remain undefeated as they take on Glencoe tonight. Hanley travels down to Lynette. Corner up at Golden Eagle Stadium to take on the Jacksonville Golden Eagles tonight. Jacksonville Christian is playing Ezekiel out of Montgomery. Lincoln travels to Northside. A couple other matchups we have is Westbrook Christian taking on Munford. Oxford travels to Helena. B.B. Comer travels up to the Field of Champions at Piedmont. Pleasant Valley takes on Woodland tonight. Randolph County travels to Ranburne tonight. Central Coosa in it, the Sacs Wildcats. Etowah and Southside going at it tonight at Southside. Spring Garden takes on Cedar Bluff. Asheville in at Talladega tonight. Glenwood is at Wadley. That should be a big matchup in Class 1A for the Wadley Bulldogs. Both undefeateds there. Winterboro takes on Weaver tonight. And Horseshoe Bend comes into White Plains tonight to wrap up the night for teams here in East Alabama. That's it for sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Jordan, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and now on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice. Watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.